Hello and welcome to my video tutorial of me drawing, me drawing my My Little Pony drawings. This is pretty much my first video on how to do this. I got a lot of requests on how to draw my Little Pony pictures, so I'm going to do that for you guys today. I'm going to be referring to a certain picture. Hold on, let me get it up real quick. But also, if you hear me talking to someone else, that's because I am in a TeamSpeak in my forums TeamSpeak chat. So at the same time I'll be doing that. But hopefully you guys can see this, but this is what I'm going to be drawing. It is Apple Bloom and Applejack together, because I got a request on the forums from a guy named, Applejack. Asked me to do a video, not a video, but a drawing of Applejack, so I decided to do a sisterly kind of photo, so I'll be doing that. But I guess let's go ahead and get into it. Mostly what I start out with doing first is circles, which usually you always want to start out. You want to find those circles and you want to draw them in. So I'll start out with Applejack, because her body is more visible than Apple Bloom, so I'll start with her first. And make sure when you're on paper, you want to make sure you have enough space for your character to be drawn in, because if you don't have enough space for your character or your other character, then you'll have to erase it all or start on a new sheet of paper. So make sure you have enough room. Alright, so there's the face, and then right about here comes down just a little bit, because you don't want to make the necks too long, and then it'll just look plain weird. And then next for the body, since it's showing her from the very front, kind of goes in like an oval, you could say. So just get a visual idea. And then her body really doesn't come out that much far. Erase her neck a little bit. There we go. About right there. Right there should be fine. I'll just draw a temporary neck, just so I have a reference, which is always good to do, because if you have a reference, then you'll have a pretty good idea of what you're doing. But I'm pretty much just...
people don't really care about the TeamSpeak.
Yeah. Okay, there we got something going on. Trying to get this down as perfectly as possible. As I said, I'm making my own tutorial and not based off another tutorial, but I guess her body goes more like that. And the other side, it goes a little bit farther out. There we go. You really don't need the other side of her body if you're referring to this picture, because the simple fact that her hair will be blocking around this area But we'll go ahead and get her legs in. Make sure to always look for those curves, because My Little Pony characters, they have a lot of curves involved with them. Which I guess brings out the picture a little bit more. Makes them look better, in my opinion. There we go. And the hoof kind of rounds out to the bottom. And I couldn't.
So what exactly are you using for this then? Like your laptop, phone?
Yeah, I'm using my laptop. Sorry guys, as I said, I'm in TeamSpeak, and whatever questions he asks, I'll be answering him, so just so I'm not rude or anything. That's about good. Actually, I'll make this part come out more as a diagonal approach. We'll slim this part down a little bit. Alright, then we'll draw this little part right here. Resembles the under part of her body. And I'm pretty much using my phone to refer back and forth to the picture. But I like getting the body drawn in first, just so I'm done with that, and it just pretty much gets it out of the way for me. Make sure you make the legs similar. You don't want them to be too wide, much wider than the other. You want them to stay around the same length and the same. I really don't draw the line underneath because I really don't use the reference like that. But alright, and then I'll get rid of this little reference area to our body. I'll keep the neck though. Now her body kind of comes down from here and is then stopped by her tail. Well, not her tail. Actually, no, both of it. Her mane and her tail pretty much stops from the look of it. Alright, let's go ahead and get her ear in. And downsize her head a little bit more, and this is probably the most challenging part, is getting the face to be right.
Yeah, just really not a whole lot going on this afternoon.
There we go, that looks much better. Once I get it kind of drawn in, my bad. Alright, and we'll kind of shave this part off here, and then this part will be here.
Did you ever end up getting any other shirts?
Not yet. I have to wait till I get some money to get more shirts. Yeah, sorry.
I thought you said you had like a bit of cash left and you're just like,
And the ears kind of look like the shape of a bat ear. And my little way, that's what I like to think of it as. And I'll actually just draw in the circle right here. Again with the circles. This also helps in the making the ear, because then we can simply just come up some and then down. The ear's another big part because their ears are shaped a certain way. They kind of come out in a weird angle, so they're kind of a challenge for me. Alright, this will probably be more than a one-part video series, because I kind of take my little time when I draw these. Sorry about that, I got a call coming in. Alright, as I said, these ears can get kind of annoying in my, because I gotta visualize it.
you have tomorrow off as well, don't you?
Yeah, I have tomorrow off.
Any special plans?
Nope, not right now. I'm sure you guys can hear him too.
Yeah, that's generally the easiest way to do it.
Yeah. That should be close enough. There. That should be good enough for now. I'll probably tweak it a little bit more towards the end. Alright, now it's time for pretty much the face. Her nose is pretty much in this area. Draw a little circle for the reference area. Don't worry, I'll probably be saying reference a lot. But in this picture, she's looking down at her sister, so you kind of gotta get it at an angle. When you find that right angle, you'll be like, alright, now I know what I'm working with. So right now, I know what I'm working with, and that's good. The nose is pretty much just simply drawn like this. The nose kind of stays at an angle a little bit. This part right here will stay pretty level with the face, but these nostrils, they'll kind of go up in an angle, so you'll have to be a little wary about that. And then her smile, it goes outward like that. It's actually not that bad. But nostrils right here, the top of her nose right there. So then now we kind of actually know what we're working with, because you can see the body. You already got the ear drawn in the way you want it to be, or the way you think it should be. And then after that, well, let me fix this part right here. There we go. As I said, the ear is very difficult. If you haven't practiced at it a lot, and I've only drawn a couple pictures. But anyways, now it's time for the eyes. The eyes are huge. In this picture, her eyes almost reach the bottom, or the top of her frown, or not her frown, but her smile. And her eyes kind of reach the outer edges of her face right here. And you just kind of want to guide it down from each side. That's what I do. You just simply draw it in as so. Now for this side, her eye will be, redraw the part of this circle. And their heads aren't perfect circles. They're more ovalish kind of circles than anything. So again, getting that angle correct. That should be good. Now, I'm not making it perfectly on the photo. I'm trying my best to use that as a reference to know what I'm working with, to understand how this is going to be. But there we have the angle, and her eyes are actually pretty much in the way you want it to be. I'll go ahead and make it more at an angle. So now we pretty much actually have our Applejack drawn in. Go ahead and erase those lines that you made for the eyes and everything, because now you have, because then when you erase it, you'll know, you can still see that line. Alright, well,
It's kind of funny to see when it's just people peeing out of the channel.
yeah. Alright, now we have that. Now what we need to do is we need to do the eyes. Well, the pupils.
So what exactly are you drawing for the tutorial?
I'm drawing Applejack and Apple Bloom together.
Okay. Getting the two out of the way at once, I see.
And go ahead. Okay, let's see here. Kind of make a dark line that follows down the side of her eyes. for her eyelash. And her eyelashes, again with those curves, you gotta stick with them. Don't go too much, don't go too long with them. Just make sure you draw them to what you think is the way they should be drawn. Because your drawing is what makes it special. Even if it's not good and you trash it, there's no reason why you shouldn't improve later on. Because my first Applejack was a complete utter fail. I made her neck way too long and didn't realize it until I finished the drawing, and it looked very off, and I was correct, and so I trashed it. There we go, we have her eye drawn in some more. Delete this edge.
Seems that the Minecraft server isn't too stable.
There we go, we got one eye in, and we can already tell pretty much how we're going to draw her out. And now for the other eye, go ahead and make her nose a little bit smaller. There we go. Now we have a little bit more room to work with. Alright. And again, those dark edges. She has an eyelash that comes right about there, and another one that sticks right about here. The other one is blocked in by her hair, which we will draw here in just a second. Alright. Alright, draw the pupil a little bit off. There we go. That seems about right. Make this a little bit darker. And there. we have the main body of our Applejack drawn in. Now we can, if you want, you can take a moment, just do what I'm doing and making those edges a little bit finer, just so you have some room to work with. Now for her hair. This can be another difficult part. I like to start with her hat. Which her hat pretty much comes right next to her ear. And then we make the part. I like to call this part the part that's bit out, because it kind of looks like it's someone just took it and bit into it. I don't know. That's how I like to refer things, and when I'm drawing, I always like to think of references as a good thing. And then we can stop right about there. A little bit higher, because her hair is going to be blocking that. And then I like to start off, I kind of like to lead off of the hat. We come out some. Then we do, sorry, I'm having to look back and forth at a picture. And her hair kind of just barely, no, actually it does come through the eye. Alright. Then we can really kind of draw through her eye. Don't worry about erasing through things, because you're gonna pretty much have to erase through some stuff anyways. Right. Alright. Oh. There we go. And as I'm saying, I'm trying to do the best I can, but I'm not trying to make it perfect. Then we can just pretty much erase a lot of that part. And there we got the top part of her hair. But she really doesn't have that many detailing in her hair, which is fun, because then it makes the picture a lot easier for us to draw in. Unlike someone like Rainbow Dash, who has a lot of detailing in her hair. Which can be a challenge, especially if that's your first drawing, which for me it was, but she came out to be pretty good. And that just leads up to her head. There we go. We got that part of her hair done. You can fill in the rest of her eyes. The part that we accidentally erased. Now, pretty much what you want to do is you want to make those little hairlines. Have a reference point to where to start, and just pretty much just draw it out. There we go. That's good enough. There. We have that. Well, there we go. That's more like it. Alright. Now we got that part colored in. Well, not colored, but we have that part drawn in. And right here will actually be part of her ear. There we go. And now for her hair. We can delete this part. Right about here is where her hair starts. You can start right, go straight down a little bit. And as I said, you gotta make sure you know where those curls go. Those are very important in making the picture really come alive and stand out. There we go. And then her hair just pretty much comes out like that. Let me have that part drawn in. Now, from here, well, alright. Sorry about that. Let's start here. There we go. Her hair kind of lays down a little bit in this one. There we go. Man, this hair. No. I'm gonna keep it like that. There we go. Alright. Now we're gonna draw the other, I like to call a hairline. And her hair. And draw just a little curve like that. And then her bow tie kinda comes out right here. A little spot of red. Extend this out just a little bit. Alright. Put that little part in. Then it comes down. Then her back hoof. And I'll just notice a very big mistake. I have to now erase all of this. And this time I'm just gonna draw a little circle, not the most perfect circle. And don't forget that mistakes do happen, and in my case it struck me hard. That's alright. Because now I have it drawn in. The mistake you can make is looking at another photo that's smaller, and then you notice you can make a lot more mistakes. There we go. Legs are really simple to draw. They pretty much just go down like this, and then they just simply curve down and around. That was a very fast. There we go. Make her like a little bit higher. Make a little tweak to her body at the same time. Alright. There we go. That's much better. Alright, now leading from this point, we want to make a curve like that. Add her bow tie in. Then we gotta make about the same. Lay it down about halfway to the tail, or the end of her tail. And then this part, swing around. Another one right there. And there we go. The end of her tail kind of looks like the end of one of them circular blades. So I kind of keep it looking like that. That's pretty much our Applejack. Add a little bit of curve to her tail. There. Oh, hairline. I already got this one right here. It's actually this one connects to it. And there we go. We got our Applejack already drawn in. So now what I like to do is I like to trace out everything nice and easy. Don't want to go too fast in this process. If you go too fast in tracing the rest of her body out, you could screw up and that's going to leave marks, and you don't want to do that.
So how goes the drawing?
Good so far. Sorry, he asked how good the drawing's going. This really ain't my first Applejack, as I mentioned earlier, but it's not bad for being close to my first one. And see, right here we notice a little bit of something that I should fix. There we go.
I'll probably just hear messing with my 3DS for a while.
What was that? Well, I guess he did.
For a while.
There we go. As I said, this ain't perfectly on her, but it's a very... I think it's good for my first time on drawing her. I'm actually drawing her correctly this time. Thank God I didn't make her neck this long, or that long anymore. Alright, now we'll finish up on the top part of her hair. There we go. And clean up the marks that we've left behind. And see, I made a mistake right there. So you gotta be very careful.
God, just so look at what's going on in the chat.
And clean up right between the eyes, because you just want to make sure that those are out of the way and they're not very noticeable. But there we go. We have our Applejack. Now, it's time to draw her sister. This will also be the first time drawing her too, as I've never really drawn Apple Bloom. So hopefully I can do a decent job. She kind of has more of a curvy style of hair. I'll show right here. Hair kind of curves a lot more, so her hair won't be as pointed, and it'll be a lot easier to use. Alright, and my video is still recording. That's good. I gotta make sure because this is the first time I've really used it for recording. Alright. I'll go ahead and leave that right there. It says, just if you guys can see that. Alright, you can. Move the cord out of the way. It's also charging at the same time, so there's a long cord that follows it. I guess I'll start rambling on, because since I've kind of give the tip on how to draw Applejack, it really should be self-explanatory on how to draw Apple Bloom. But I guess I'll start out on how I pretty much became a brony. I was actually just looking around at pictures. I was bored. I was on DeviantArt, so I do have a page on there, which I'll link to that. But back to my story. I was just looking around at pictures. I got bored one day, so I saw these ponies. I was pretty much wondering if there was a new show, because I've never seen that style, and I've only seen the old style that I really hate. I can't stand the first to third generation. I only like the fourth generation, this kind. So I was like, alright, they look pretty cool, they look cute and everything. So I started looking around, got even more curious, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna look up a video. Why not? So I went on YouTube, because that's really my only way to, I don't have iTunes or anything, and I found out way later that you could get it on iTunes. So I found out about that, and I was like, alright, I guess I'll watch an episode. And the first time, I will admit that I actually could not stand the song still. I was like, no, I can't listen to the song. So I actually found out a way how to skip like a minute ahead. So I would skip to the perfect point in the video it started. Then I got hooked onto it, couldn't stop watching it. Watched every season about twice, and other episodes maybe more than once. My favorite one's with Rainbow Dash, which is my favorite. And so that's pretty much.
I'm surprised the forum even runs.
So that's pretty much how I became a brony. It was a interesting little adventure I had, finding out that I like ponies. I never really knew that. Who would have thought that you or anybody else would start liking ponies? And lately at school, I started wearing my shirts there, because I bought some. I just got 3 more of Rainbow Dash. So I've been wearing those around school, see what kind of reactions I was getting, and really a lot of people started liking my shirts and commenting on them. Like one guy, he actually saw my Derpy shirt and he thought it was pretty funny. He was like, I like your shirt, and I thought that was pretty cool, because usually a lot of people see My Little Ponies and they're like, why is a guy wearing a pony shirt? And so I like to test that little theory out and see what kind of reactions I would get. And if you want, why don't you guys go to your school and see what kind of reactions you get. Hold on right quick, I gotta sharpen the pencil because it's getting a little dull. Alright, there we go. I can draw a lot finer. And I pretty much did all that nonsense just to see what kind of reactions I could get, and it was actually a little fun adventure I had. It helped me bring out my, I guess you could say my true colors. Not rainbow colors, that's what you're thinking, but just who I am, and just to show people that I don't like to be in the same crowd as everybody else. I like to be apart from that. I like to do my own thing. I like to have fun and explore myself and not have other people choose that for me, like peer pressure. That's pretty much why I did that, and it was pretty fun. There's actually another brony at lunch. I pretty much purposely stood in line with my Rainbow Dash shirt. Well, actually not my Rainbow Dash shirt, but my Derpy shirt. Exactly right when he noticed. You pretty much couldn't stop looking at it. So then, I thought that was pretty funny, I guess. Because he knew what I was, and I knew what he was. So, that little part was fun. I'm sorry, I gotta resize this photo because this thing doesn't stay on the whole time. It won't lock or anything, so I purposely have to click in and out of it. But right now, I really can't draw a pony just by just by like freehand drawing. I really haven't got to that stage yet. Once I do, I'll be happy, because then I know I'm getting better at drawing. And everything is getting blurred around right here. There we go. And then her hooves. Yeah, her hooves are gonna be kinda... let's see here. Yeah, that won't work out. This will probably be a long video series. And as I said, this is the first time I've drawn apple bloom, so I gotta get this correct as best as possible. But I need to pay more attention to the photo too. There we go. And we'll draw her body out. And her bars are much shaped like a bean. This is right here, shaped a lot like a bean, so try referencing to what a bean looks like, and that can help you a lot too. I learned that in one of the tutorial videos I followed to draw my Rainbow Dash. And yeah, I will.
I'll be right back.
Alright. And I will post a link to my DeviantArt page and the forums I'm on. I'm sure you guys have all heard of OfficialRainbowDash 2. That's actually what forums I'm on. I am a moderator on there, so if you want to look for me on there, my name is Scootaloo on there. And delete this little part right here. Well, no. Another mistake. That's okay. This is actually where I wanted to erase. There we go. Alright. I hate how when Android's turned off, the photo resets itself, and then it has to reload the whole thing. I wish they would really fix that, or maybe I should just get an iPod. There we go. We pretty much have her scaled down, so right now... Alright, so this one looks a lot better than my first attempt. And then this comes out a little bit. There we go. That's how that should look. But y'all can see this picture right here too, so... Alright. Sorry, I have to make it not as long. As I said with Applejack, make sure you remember that everything should match up. You're gonna have one messed up looking pony if you make one hoof bigger than the other. Or one leg bigger than the other. My bad. Sorry about that. I'm using my laptop to record this. Now I gotta let this reload because... Okay, there we go. Draw that down a little bit. There we go. There we go. Alright. And her actually stops like right about there. And then now everything's being shaded in because of my hand against it, so I have to erase it some. This one's shaped kind of like in the shape of a sunflower seed. Draw it out right about there. There we go. That's almost... Alright, that's good. Yeah, that should be good enough. And then another one of those hairlines. Alright. And this is mainly a video for OfficialRainbowDash Forums because I got so many requests from them, so I'm just really taking my time, but also trying to make it to where the people on YouTube can watch it.
I'm back.
Alright. Sorry for my arm for being in the way for a second.
Sounds like you're deep in thought while drawing.
You want to go for those huge eyes again. The one eye is pretty much bigger than the other. The eyes do look weird at first, but once you get the pupils drawn in and everything, it looks a lot better. Oh. Almost knocked my cider over. And yes, I am drinking cider. That's another thing. I never really heard of apple cider, but then when I watched, I believe, the Flim Flam Brothers episode, I couldn't put it down. Because then I went to a store, I was looking for it, and I found some, so I was like, alright, I guess I'll try this. Tried it, and now I'm pretty much off of drinking Coke products. Which I found was pretty hilarious, because I've always drank pop, and now I'm not. Not her frown. Oh, not her frown. She's smiling. There we go. Now we're going to draw in her pupils. go. Alright, now we're going to draw the rest of her. Sorry, but that just didn't look right at all. I'm gonna have troubles drawing this eye in. Never really drawn it from this angle before. What I'm trying to think is... There we go. Alright, I think I have this down now. Wait for that, okay. Now we got that part drawn in. This should be good for now. I think it just looks weird right now because I don't really... Let's go ahead and color that in real quick. Alright, I think if I draw her hair in now, it would look a lot better. Then it goes off like that, but it doesn't connect to the circle as much. The ear is kind of laying down.
I'll actually probably be back in a bit. I've been at my computer a lot of the day, so I'm just gonna go get away from it for a bit.
Alright, how long are you going to be gone?
Maybe like 20 minutes. I don't know.
Alright, well I'm just finished up the drawing and then I'll probably be done by then.
Okay. Well, enjoy it.
Alright, trying to decide how I want to, okay. And then her hair, right about there. What's a rhyme? There. We got that part. Now we want to go down, straight back up, and about right where where Applejack's eyelash is. There's a little part right here. That's the other curve in her hair. At least that's what I'm guessing. Alright. Okay. There we go. Well, there. Oh no. Sorry, I'm having a little bit of difficulty trying to draw her hair just right. Alright. I don't know what to do for now. And her bow is really, really big. I got to here. That's actually a good start. And then a wrap right back around that dead there. And there's that. I guess I kind of had to stretch that a little bit too much. There we go. Alright. There we go. Yeah, that's good. Oh, almost knocked my shutter down again. Sorry, I was just looking at the smile and wanted to adjust it. Alright. Alright, sorry, I had to stretch some. There we go. Now for her tail, and we are pretty much done. As I said, you gotta make a curve, you gotta kind of stick to it. I'm pretty much just gonna follow this part around like that. And there we have it. And then to erase all this shadowing that I didn't want to do at all. Since my hand was over it the whole time. Kind of get that a little bit. Oh, kind of touch up on it without ruining the drawing. That can be a challenge at times. Try not to shadow in when you're not wanting to. It can be difficult. Alright, and there you have it. You have the Apple Bloom and Applejack picture that I have drawn. And now, hopefully this has helped you guys a little bit more on when you're trying to draw your My Little Pony drawings, and this can also be useful too when using a tablet for an online program. So if you're using something like a bamboo tablet or somewhere along those lines, you can use this to kind of know what you're doing, and you can always, if you want, you can always refer to this video. I don't know if I'll do any more of these. This is really just for my forum. But if you guys like it, then feel free to comment and ask for more. Click the like button, favorite it, do whatever you want. Does not affect me none. This is more for my forum. Well, I hope you guys enjoy this, and this has been a tutorial on how I draw My Little Pony characters. And I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and just comment, rate, and I guess if you want, you can subscribe. Thank you, and have a good day.